Hey everybody, CalviNNatioN here with another video, and today I'm showing you this guy once again. You've seen this in my pumpkin video. Now I wanted to do a quick video instead of doing a review. I'm going to show you one little test that proves this thing is pretty badass. I did this before. I ended up cutting the footage because I just didn't think it was that cool. There's a lot of rambling and stuff, but I think you guys know sort of how this performs just by how it looks. But just for fun, I'm going to do one test, and that's going to be breaking through ice. Now, if you're from like a northern environment like I am, it's flippin' frigid. Today was like one of the first warm days in a long ass time. Like we've had minus 20 degrees Celsius pretty much regularly all winter. And that's pretty cold for us. Like I'm pretty much as south as you can get in Canada. So yeah, that's pretty cold for us to have temperatures that regular and that cold. So the ice is really thick, and I suppose I'm doing this because if you're lost out in the woods, especially in a northern environment, one of the main things you're going to want to do in the winter is probably try to fish, ice fish. That's probably going to be your main source for like big protein kind of meals. So if you got a little axe like this, it's perfect because there's a spike on the end. That way you don't have to dull your main edge like crazy to get through the ice. So here we go. Battery's running out, so hopefully I can finish this up. Okay, so the key with this, I think, and when I did it last time, I did a circular hole. I think what I want to do is I want to make it a lot longer of a hole. So I think what I'm going to try to do is make it real thin and as deep as possible, because it's such a short handle that if you make it real, a real stubby hole, then your hand is just going to hit the edges of the hole. So here we go. I'll start working away at it, see what happens. Sort of the key to this is to sort of just block your face completely out. Look from time to time to see if it's working, because the ice just shoots up so much. Last thing you want is for your eye to get gouged right out by a piece of ice. I sort of look up every time I'm on my upswing and then close my eyes and block it with my hand on the downswing. Now again, another reason why I like this method is if you do sort of a round shape, you get sort of an inwards cone. And again, like I said, that means it's going to be really hard. You're going to be down by the end, you're going to be basically having to go straight down. So like this, you can just chop like that. Got enough room here for the back or the swing, and then the best plus I think is when you get all the shit in there, you can just literally go like this and kick it all out. It's like a perfect groove to just kick all the ice out. So that's another reason I like doing it this way. Another reason I like this trough method so much is when you get down to finally the time where it's going to break through, what happens is you've evenly dug it down so that there's not just one tiny hole at the bottom that's made its way through the ice. I mean, that's still how it'll happen because the water will come in instantly, but now you have a much bigger surface area that's a lot closer to the water level. So that means if you have a cone, you'll have one tiny little area that you could possibly feed a line through, but then you won't be able to get a fish out. So if you make a trough, then at least when you break through the first time, you have a lot less ice around the whole hole to break through. So yeah, this is a good method. Alright, so I got through. see it filling up there. I wanted to get it on camera. Unfortunately, I came out here super unprepared. The battery is virtually dead. But yeah, it came through. I'm gonna dip my hand in there and we'll see how far it actually is. When you think you've made it wide enough and long enough, double it or triple it, because it really gets super tight down in there. I'm bleeding there a little bit just from hitting the edges of the wall there, of the hole. But yeah, I'll have a look and see how deep it is. Okay, so it was that deep. Hopefully I can get my whole arm in there, from the tips of my fingers right to the very joint of my elbow. So, you know, we're rounding on 1.5, 1 3/4 feet there. Yeah, this worked really well because there's a hole about this big in the bottom, and the other area around that is all very shallow ice. So I assume if, you know, I'd still get wet, but the good thing is I wouldn't have to put too much effort into making that full hole right down to the water. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll give you some close-ups and some pictures as well. Alright, so there's the hole. There's the axe for a size comparison. Yeah, like I said, make it a bit bigger than you think. When you start making it, just say to yourself, make this 2 times bigger. So I'd say I'd probably want to make it, you know, 2 inches wider on either side, and maybe like a good 5-6 inches longer on either side. Another thing to keep in mind is, which I didn't do, which is sort of stupid, when that starts sloping, that wall on the edge, the side you're more sort of hitting into, when that wall starts sloping, simply just turn around and start hitting it from that end, so you can make it more of a straight down vertical wall. That way you can again make your bottom more flat as well as your sides, so you can maximize your hole at the bottom. So yeah, there it is. That's about as thick as it was, actually more thick than last time, so that was really quite tough work. And now that I've done both methods, last time I did a circle, this time I did a trough, this is way better. I had much harder of a time doing a circle. Another thing is, just make your area very comfortable. You can see here I cleared away some snow. Clear away more snow than that, so you can just crouch all around it. I've never been in a survival situation. I mean, I've camped for 2+ months straight, but it's all about comfort, in my opinion, if you want to survive. If you start getting frustrated and bummed out, then you're going to get injured real quick and things are just going to go to shit. So there's the hole. Yeah, I think it was pretty cool. So cool little experiment. And again, like I said, I'll show you this little, see if you probably saw the actual hole that got down into the water right in the center there. It's about the size of a golf ball, so I could probably break that whole bottom pretty easy. I'd get wet, but again, like I said, if you just made it bigger, if I turned around and started hitting that side of the wall more, then I'd have a lot bigger of a hole at the bottom.